Galnet News Digest, 22nd of October, not September. The September update is finished with 3305. We read the news so you don't have to. In this week's news, someone is trying to kill us. Dav the Starman. Walking around Heightens religious schism. Someone is trying to kill us. As commanders work around the clock to retrieve all the Rockforth EX7 fertiliser they so obligingly spread around the galaxy earlier this month, the Federal Intelligence Agency has announced a breakthrough in its investigation into just what it was about the fertiliser that killed all plants it touched. The Rockforth Corporation, despite its apparently slightly cavalier approach to certification, would probably agree that a fertiliser that kills everything it touches cannot be considered a very good fertiliser. It seems unlikely that if, during the initial trials, all the crops sprinkled with the fertiliser had immediately shriveled up and died, that the Rockforth Corporation would have been quite so enthusiastic about making it available on the general market. So it comes as no surprise that the Federal Intelligence Agency suspects a third-party agent has contaminated the fertiliser. The FIA, working with Rockforth Corporation, has identified a massively effective synthetic contaminant pathogen in the fertiliser that Rockforth denies any knowledge of. Rockforth's slack practices regarding testing and certification, coupled with what must be rather slack security at their manufacturing facility in Aguada, appear to have allowed an unknown agent to wander in, pour in the contaminant to the fertiliser, and wander out again, leaving Rockforth Corporation and greedy members of the Pilots Federation to act as the vector, spreading the contagion round the galaxy, with both the fertiliser and contaminated food products spreading the blight to agricultural and other systems. Biosecurity checks have been implemented galaxy-wide to prevent further contamination. Who is it that is trying to kill off the population of the bubble? Could it be terrorism? Perhaps it's industrial sabotage aimed at discrediting the Rockforth Corporation. Would any organisation stoop so low as to risk starving billions of people just to affect a corporation's share price? Whoever it is playing fast and loose with the food supplies that keep the people of the galaxy alive, when we find out who it is, the community is certain to come together with a common goal: to eradicate them from the face of the galaxy. Dav the Starman. The stars in most systems cannot be mapped like planets. This is because stars are balls of plasma, atomic cores fusing together under immense pressure and heat, and the number of mappable continents, cities, and branches of McThargoids on the average star is very low. Any branches of McThargoids that are set up on stars tend to melt quicker even than they can give anyone food poisoning. So it comes as a bit of a surprise to visitors to the Maya system to discover that someone by the name of Frontier Dev Dav has successfully mapped all the stars in Maya. All of them, and there are quite a few. What do these maps of the surface of stars contain? Are the words "Here be very hot dragons" written round the edges? Will the maps be useful? Is the Pilots Federation planning to permit landing on stars? Will there be enough heat sinks to go round? Will there be enough sun cream? Most excitingly, Frontier Dev Dav has successfully mapped Maya B, which is a black hole. So there's one person in the galaxy who can see beyond the event horizon. Almost as far as the 3306 update. Walking around Heightens religious schism. A video of someone walking on the surface of a planet, or at any rate in a base on the surface of a planet, has sparked religious controversy amongst commanders. Adherents of the Church of the Living God David Braben believe that commanders are born welded to their flight seats, and that the ability to walk around will be granted not in this life, but in the next. And that the video is heresy, and it was done in Unity anyway, so it must be false witness, as fake as the Icarus Cup. By contrast, the Church of the Latter-day Saint Chris Roberts believes that commanders are not only able to walk around, but also to walk through walls and fall through planetary surfaces. All they need to do is believe hard enough and buy another Idris. To this latter group, the video is a sign of the coming of the second age of the galaxy, although it may not become manifest until the end of next year. Adherents of the two religions are expected to continue slinging mud at each other, as has become traditional. In related news, pictures have emerged of Thargoids that suggest that humanity may have known much more about Thargoids than previously believed. The artwork may have been sponsored by the mysterious and controlling entity known as the Club, or it may simply have been Beetlejude fulfilling her 10 pictures a day quota for Inktober. And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News, we read the news so you don't have to.